2, or 3.
Podcast doesn't exist, everybody. Welcome back for the 41st episode of the inaugural season of this MLB season, which is just the gift that keeps on giving, guys. I mean, come on. What is going on across the league? We got some teams are doing bad. You know, if you're in New York City, they fucking suck at baseball right now. Mets are, oof. The Dodgers, oof. The Yankees, oh no. The Brew Crew, wow. Give a toast out for the Brew Crew. Cheers. The people in Milwaukee for the Brewers. 12 games in a row or something?
12 games in a row. People are eating free in Milwaukee.
Ooh, that's it? Only 12? But the team that stole the show this week, or so right now, is actually the Dodgers, who have... let's just say the Dodgers, this downfall needs to be studied. And they are going into probably the number one most anticipated series of the year this weekend. Dodgers versus Padres. This is much watch TV. This is going to be... I don't know what this is going to be. This is going to be unseen folklore for years to come. I mean, two teams that hate each other. Two teams that just live in the same state, but they can't get along. You know, Civil War, baby, beat L.A. And then they fight. And the Dodgers, who are first place team, right? Everyone knows the Dodgers are the first place team. You know, little brother, Padres can't beat them. Hold up. The Padres are in first place now, Mitchell?
The Padres have overcome a 9-game
I just said
deficit.
that. I just said they were in first place. All right. Good.
You said it with an inflection. You said the Dodgers are in first place,
The
Mitchell?
Padres are in first place, and I went, the Padres have overcome a 9-game lead.
I guess I did.
And they got yapped at.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You piece of shit.
Oh. All right. Sorry, the 9-game lead now?
In 6 weeks, the Dodgers have lost a 9-game lead in the division and now trail the Padres by 1 game.
The downfall needs to be studied. And before we get to that series, though, and how this has happened between the Dodgers and the Padres, let's just answer the question that's on everyone's mind. Is Shohei Ohtani a criminal?
Jack, what do you think?
Absolutely not.
He doesn't.
Shohei Ohtani's barely even a man.
Have you seen the news?
He's a god. Yeah. I caught wind of it, but I didn't research it because I like to discover stuff live on the pod.
That's good. I'm about to tell you all about this. Guy's in the midst of being named. He's named in a $240 million lawsuit, is what I'm hearing. He's getting sued.
He's getting sued
For fraud.
for not fraud.
Real estate deal gone wrong.
Real estate deal gone wrong.
This guy's conniving in Hawaii, a place he's...
Planning on living.
And he's ripped some people off, allegedly. Some people are really mad in the business world. Well, Shohei, they're trying to take all the money he's got. This guy, I got all this stuff in my way. All right, so Shohei and his agent are being sued after a real estate investor and real estate broker claimed they were removed from a $240 million development deal because of Ohtani and his lawyer, Nez Baleo. Is that how you say it? How do you say his name?
His name was Nez Balelo. But now that you say Balelo,
Leoberg?
Okay.
I'm having second thoughts.
What is Baleo? Why'd you add the berg at the end?
Because I'm Jewish and I can do what I want.
Okay. Anyway, so Ohtani's getting sued, and this is not the first time Ohtani's been in hot water. Everybody knows last year with his interpreter Ipe Mizuhara, one of my favorite characters in baseball, who is now in prison. Everyone knows he stole $16 million from Shohei. Degenerate gambler, bet millions of dollars of Shohei's money illegally with an illegal gambling broker. The guy gets sentenced to 57 months in federal prison for stealing $16 million from Shohei Ohtani. The rumors around the world are like, okay, this was the fall guy for Ohtani. Is that true? I doubt it. I mean, there was a whole FBI investigation that kind of cleared Ohtani's name. Bing, bang, thank you, ma'am. Ohtani's cleared. His interpreter goes to prison for it. However, that doesn't satisfy a lot of the hearsay on the internet that Ohtani is behind the scenes a degenerate gambler, which I don't believe, but some people believe. Now we got another massive controversy on Shohei's hands, which is weird because Shohei seems like the least controversial person ever. It seems like, guy who's not going to be involved in massive crimes all the time, but this is 2 in 2 years. So basically this development deal that Ohtani was involved with, it consisted of 14 single-family homes built on 7,000 square feet with, quote, unparalleled views of the Hawaiian coastline. The average home in this development project is $17.3 million. So this is 14 single-family homes built on a resort, I want to say. One of the best, the top resort in Hawaii.
They look like they're trying to build the top resort in Hawaii.
So they're going to be, so they're just building 14 mansions on the coast of Hawaii. And it was a big deal. A lot of money getting involved in this. But two people in this deal are not happy because they were in the project for, according to them, for a decade. They were involved in creating these massive mansions, this development deal. And then Ohtani and his agent walk in and, quote, sabotage them and engineered their, quote, wrongful and pretextual termination. Apparently Ohtani and his interpreter, not his interpreter, Ohtani and his agent, Nez, didn't like these guys. Got him kicked off the deal after these guys have been there for 10 years, working their ass off, trying to create these fucking houses, brick by brick, hand by hand, getting their hands dirty, building beautiful homes. And Ohtani and his agent were like, no, you guys aren't good enough. You're out. So they could get more money. That's what's being alleged here. Investor Kevin Hayes and broker Tomoyoko Matsumoto, perfect pronunciation, both claim that Dodgers superstar and agent launched an unlawful scheme. So it's not just that they didn't get along and then they were like, this guy's getting in the way of my money, let's get them off the project, they're acting weird. It was an unlawful scheme. They schemed to get these two guys off the project so that they could get more money out of the deal. That's being alleged. Now, this is all in the Mauna Kea Resort. Look it up. One of the top resorts you'll ever see in your life. Beautiful shit going on over there. Shohei wants a piece of the pie. Nez wants a piece of the pie. These two guys had a piece of the pie, not anymore. Okay, so Ohtani himself paid $17 million for a home. Mamiko apparently has family in Hawaii. So really, at the end of the day, it's the woman's fault. Is that what we're all agreeing on? His wife is. Really...
No, we're not, Joey. We like women on this side of the studio.
Well, I'm just reading what was in the notes. Mamiko.
That's just motivation for why
apparently
Ohtani would want to move to Hawaii.
She has family in Hawaii.
So Ohtani goes there. He likes Hawaii. Mamiko has family there. Ohtani goes, yes, I do want to live in Hawaii, and it will make my wife very happy.
So we can't blame his wife for this.
We can't.
That would be preposterous. It's not her fault.
She's not on the lawsuit.
So she's cleared.
She's cleared.
Thank God.
Could you imagine if she was on the lawsuit though?
Mika, man, her family's in Hawaii. You know what they want. They want the biggest house possible. Okay, so Vallejo and Ohtani again. According to the lawsuit was filed. I mean, how many times do I got to say it? According to this other guy, familiar with the defendant's side. So the defendant would be Shohei, right? Or the other guy?
Shohei's the defendant because he's being sued, right?
Okay, so Shohei's the defendant. And now we got a plaintiff. What does a plaintiff mean?
This is not the sewer?
The plaintiff is the suer. The defendant is being sued. Glad we got to the bottom of that. So someone on Shohei's side has spoken out. This is actually, they kept anonymous, but this is through The Athletic, I believe. This is a very standard business dispute. It's sad that someone would unfairly attack innocent parties as a way of distracting from their own bad behavior. They're making it sound like Nez and Ohtani had very good reason to kick these two people off of the deal, that they were doing things they shouldn't have been doing. So Nez said, you know what? These guys, they can't get involved. If you want Shohei involved, these guys can't be involved. So that's why they got fired. They openly admitted Kingsbarn, who I don't know what the fuck Kingsbarn is, but someone involved with the project. I think it's the investment firm is Kingsbarn, right? It is. Kingsbarn, the investing firm, admitted that the reason these guys got fired was because of Vallejo. He wanted these guys off the project. That, according to this, is confirmed. Now, was it done solely to make more money, or was it done because they deserved it? I believe that there was some issues with the way that Ohtani was being promoted in the deal, right?
Part of the reason why they partnered with Ohtani is he paid the full like $17 million for his home, but there was like a partnership where they would be able to use him to promote the estates.
Yeah, so I think what goes down in this, me as a big time player in the market, you know, a guy with a lot of money, people come at you this shit all the time. They want to say, hey, dude, you want to buy property in the Florida Keys? You know, we're building a fucking massive island, and we want you involved. If you buy one of these houses, we'll give you a good deal. But everyone hears baseball doesn't exist, is moving to the Florida Keys. Now everyone and their mother wants to move to the Florida Keys. So they want to build these huge houses in Hawaii, but they know that if Ohtani's involved, that's going to make that project more attractive for potential buyers. I mean, you could be neighbors with Shohei Ohtani. It adds legitimacy to the project and makes it, you know, that luxury status. You want to rub shoulders with the big dogs. So you get Ohtani involved. He and his agent agreed to do some promotional videos. It gets out publicly that he's moving there. Now the real estate becomes more valuable because Ohtani's involved. So I believe that they had a deal with Ohtani that he would be in some commercials, or he did a voiceover. Was that? Do you know the specifics?
I don't know the specifics, but he was allowing his image to be used in promotional material,
So-
whether it's his voice or just like Ohtani lives here, this is what he looks like kind of deal.
So yeah, so he was, I guess, signed off, or there was an agreement that he was involved in some promotional stuff, and I think he was. I mean, I heard about that he was moving to Hawaii, so the only reason that would be out is if he kind of agreed to it. But I think there was an issue with how much they were promoting Ohtani living there, how much like certain photos and marketing tools they were putting out, which Ohtani and his agent didn't like. And that's why they wanted these guys off the project, because they were pushing Ohtani's image and blowing it up too much when they didn't really want it to be out there that much. And that was the dispute or whatever that got these guys off the project, coming from Ohtani's side. Now, the other guys, they just claim that they got him off the project because Ohtani and his agent are pieces of shit. They wanted more money. They didn't understand the deal. They turned back on the deal. It was all agreed upon that they were going to be in promotional stuff. And then once they were, they got mad about it, even though they agreed to it. Now they kicked them out, cost them millions of dollars. That isn't good business. Now Ohtani and his agent are being sued for $240 million. Whew.
Is that like a year of money for Shohei?
That is, what, 4 years of money? 70 mil. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, counting endorsements, he's probably making what? What do you think he's making? 140. He's probably a year and a half of money, 2 years, 3 years of money. So, a lot of money. 240 million, even for Shohei Ohtani. That ain't a drop in the bucket, dude. So, I mean, my thinking on this, is Ohtani a criminal? I think Ohtani had no idea he bought property in Hawaii, if I had to guess.
I mean, there's pictures of him at the groundbreaking where he is looking quite cute.
I could just see Ohtani just in the batting cages before a Dodgers game. They're like, dude, you're getting sued for $240 million. He's like, hey? Yeah, dude, you for that real estate deal you did in Hawaii. He's like, Hawaii? I never even been to Hawaii. I have a house.
Meanwhile, a picture of him on a construction site with a lei.
He thought he was there to do batting practice or something. He thought there was some old Japanese pitcher that was going to give him the keys to longevity or something. This guy's chasing baseball 24/7, but he's a $1 billion athlete, best athlete in the world. He's such a money-making enterprise. This guy himself is worth more than entire countries' GDPs. And the amount of people he's involved with, trying to get him involved with business deals, he's just saying yes. I mean, how much? What are you laughing at?
He's so hands-on with this project. All these images of him at construction sites.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that, like, do you think Ohtani himself really got these guys fired off the deal?
Oh, no, absolutely not. There's a quote from the Kingsbarn dude who was like, Balella was doing all of this. And I think there was another quote from someone that said, I don't even know if Ohtani knew what was happening. So I really doubt he was over there, prepping for his starts, rehabbing, preparing how to hit certain pitchers and going, I really don't like, what's his name? Kevin J. Hayes Sr. I want him off the project. And he's sending texts to Nez.
It does seem a little weird. This guy, Ohtani's got $700 million contract. He's got more money than he ever want or need. Ohtani doesn't seem like a guy who really even wants money that much. Like, we know how much money he gave up to come to America in the first place, right? So, like, why do you want to, like, get yourself involved in this promotional thing for marketing to get a better deal on the real estate when you have all this money? And Ohtani seems like the most private guy ever. So do you want your address getting out and everyone knowing you live on this one piece of Hawaii? It seems like a stupid thing to agree to.
Maybe he really wanted $4 million off on the plot or something.
I think
and that was enough for him to go, I'll sign off on it.
I think he just said yes to something and then was doing it and was like, I don't know if I want to do all this maybe. And then Inez was like, well, yeah, you're right. We could probably get a little less of this. And then these guys were like, we got to do more of this. And then there's a dispute like that. But, Ohtani this offseason, fucking coming off a World Series, short offseason, coming off Tommy John, getting ready to pitch again, coming off another shoulder injury. That's 2 rehabs in one offseason. He's preparing to hit and pitch in the same season. Like, the amount of shit this guy has on his plate in baseball, we know how fucking autistic this guy's about baseball. It's 24/7 he's doing baseball. Not only that, his wife's pregnant with a kid. He's got a wife now, all of a sudden. That's pretty new.
I didn't know she was pregnant again.
No, I mean, this is this past offseason.
Oh.
So it's like all that's on his plate. I don't think this real estate deal in Hawaii was the first thing on his radar.
I'm surprised he even took time off to go to Hawaii. Like, that is shocking to me how many pictures there are of him in Hawaii. Like, I would figure he'd just go back to Japan and hid in the batting cages for 4 months.
So basically my takeaway from this is that, like, if anyone did anything wrong, it would be Ohtani's people who, I guess, agreed to the wrong terms and were mad about it later, and not Ohtani's fault. Granted, a lot of people are going to see that and say, well, that's exactly what you told us last time when he was involved with the international gambling scheme. All right, the whole thing got dropped on his interpreter, and Ohtani knew nothing about it. We don't believe it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So, I mean, the memes come out. Everyone's just ready to call this guy.
Picture of Ohtani in Hawaii pointing at the plot of land.
Okay, obviously, and I'm not saying he didn't know that he was involved in it.
No, I'm
just saying he wasn't involved in the inner workings of the deal or getting these guys fired or this whatever fraudulent thing.
It's a tale as old as time in sports. Like, athletes are busy. They have a ton of money. They have people in charge of their funds to generate more revenue. It's one of those things I think it gets away from you.
It definitely got away from a little bit. Again, did it though? It's like, also, you probably assume that these guys know Ohtani's worth $700 million. They know if they sue him, he's going to want to settle out of court. You're off the deal. I mean, it's a pretty easy lawsuit to get some money. I'm assuming Ohtani's going to have to pay these guys a lot of money just so they don't have to go to court and, like, do the fucking hearing or whatever. You know what I mean? They're going to settle. These guys are going to get paid, and it's going to be mission accomplished for them. Whether they're right or not, I don't know.
But, I mean, you are also talking about one of the most competitive people on planet Earth. You don't think he wants to win a case?
No, I don't think Ohtani gives a fuck. I think he'd rather this not come out in the news. Again, I don't even know. Ohtani might not even know this is a story yet. He probably heard about it once. I don't know if that guy's reading the articles like us or he's on Twitter. Seeing people on Twitter tweet stuff like Miles Brown, who said Shohei Ohtani is an amazing case study. Imagine the diabolical things Michael Jordan would get into if he could pretend he didn't speak English. Or Frankie Too Loud. Been saying it about Ohtani. There are many skeletons in this man's closet. So the narrative that Ohtani really is deep down a bad person who's scheming, it's getting to an all-time high. This is one's from Barry on here. FBI agents. All right, Shohei, did you do it? Shohei Ohtani hits 400-foot home run. FBI agents. He's innocent. What about Alexander? Shohei Ohtani, after gambling millions on his games and threatening and coercing business partners to destroy housing projects while getting his agent and translator to take the fall and spend years in jail. But it's okay because he's a cute small bean with a cute dog. When you know Shohei Ohtani is evil, but you can't prove it yet. So, I mean, that's the debate going on online. Is Shohei Ohtani an evil person, criminal, or is he as innocent as we think he is? Either way, worst news for Ohtani and the Dodgers is they suck ass right now. I mean, do you have some numbers for me? that really encapsulates this run the Dodgers are on. It's a generational run for the Dodgers.
Yeah, let me find it.
Snälla Ohtani, Yamamoto, Mookie Monta, Emma Smith, Teoscar Trinan, Kershaw Glass now, Banda Padres, Freeman Sasaki, Keegan, Snälla Ohtani, Yamamoto,
Mookie Monta, Emma Smith, Teoscar Trinan, Kershaw Glass now, Banda Padres,
Freeman Sasaki.
His daughter has no flow whatsoever.
That's all right.
I think those were the edits for the current team.
Well, I just wanted everyone to know every single name of every player on the team before we get started on the Dodgers. So, Mitchell, what do we got with this team?
So
What's wrong with Ohtani, Snell Ohtani, Yamamoto, Mookie Eno, Freddie?
So since July 4th, they have the same record as the Colorado Rockies. Their pitching is fine, which is weird. They rank 16th in team ERA, which means that their offense has been pretty mediocre. I don't get how they're losing as many games as they are, though.
So their record since July 4th, you said?
Is 12 and 22, which is the same exact record as the Rockies.
So that's like over a month of losing for the Dodgers. And they had a 9-game lead over the Padres right now. Now they are 1 game back of the Padres. And, all year the Dodgers have been struggling or playing mediocre baseball or lower than their level since May, probably, I would say. They got off to that hot start 8-0, but since June or May, since May, they've been, I would say, look up their record since May 4th. I want to know that. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
Thank you, sir. That's actually pretty funny.
So since May 4th, the Dodgers are 45 and 43.
So, a 500 ball team, which is terrible. Granted, they are the most talented baseball team on paper in history, I would say. I could say that comfortably. Definitely the most talented team in baseball this year by far. Definitely the highest payroll in the league. Actually, probably the Mets are higher, but with the deferred money, like we all know, the most expensive team in the history of baseball is the Dodgers. To go 45 and 43 over that long of a stretch is terrible. Granted, for a big part of that, they had good excuses. Every pitcher on their staff was hurt. For a while, it was like Kershaw, Gonsolin, and Rocky Sasaki who got hurt after that. But right now, you look at it, this is as healthy as the Dodgers have been all year. They got their whole starting...
Their whole rotation is back. They've got Snell back. They've got Glasnow back. They've got Yamamoto, Sheehan, Ohtani, Kershaw. The bullpen has been an issue, but the starting rotation's all back together now for the first time, probably all season, right?
Yeah, for sure. Opening day they're at pretty much at full strength, if I remember correctly, other than Ohtani. But yeah, they all got hurt immediately. But like Mitchell, you just said, the pitching hasn't even been the issue. The bullpen has been a bigger issue. I want to say that I think they've blown 4 out of their last 7 saves opportunities they've blown, and it goes down to it, man. They're running out of excuses. We just saw the trade deadline. We saw the Padres, who they're facing, add big at the deadline. They got Mason Miller. They got 2 bats.
Technically 3 bats that they all really needed. And I would say, I have the stats listed for when we get to the Padres, but of the 4 trades that they made, 4 out of the 5 hitters have been very crucial during this, 2-week stretch for the Padres. All of them are hitting. Mason Miller's pitching well, and the Dodgers, what did they do?
They didn't do jack shit, man. And the Yankees added bullpen pitchers, the Blue Jays added pitchers, the Mets added bullpen pitchers, the Phillies, everybody added bullpen pitchers except the Dodgers, who needed bullpen pitchers more than anybody, as much as anybody, and had more resources than anybody to get them. They didn't do anything. Who did the Dodgers get? They got 2 guys?
They got Alex Call.
Okay, but yeah, bullpen.
Oh, bullpen. I can't even think of who they got right now.
They got that guy from the Twins. I wonder what his stats are right now since getting to the Dodgers.
He's on the IL.
Oh my God. So the one guy they got from the bullpen is on the IL?
He allowed 2 runs in 3.2 innings. It's a 4.91 ERA. And then he went on the IL during the series with the Blue Jays.
I mean, they're running Alexis Diaz out there, Alexis Diaz was an elite closer a couple years ago, Edwin Diaz's brother. Since then, I think he's got like a 7 ERA, and the Reds just traded him to the Dodgers for nothing just so they'd pay his money for him. Like, that's what they got in the bullpen right now. And he's got a negative 0.5 WAR and a 7.71 ERA. That's who's in the Dodgers bullpen, and they did nothing to add to it. I'm not really worried about their lineup as much, but the lineup's been terrible. I mean, Mookie's been terrible since pretty much all year.
Since pretty much May.
Teoscar's had a down year. Conforto, they want that guy buried under the stadium.
I see stats like once a day that like Michael Conforto is the worst Dodger hitter since, and it's like 1973, and it's a name I've never heard of.
So a lot of guys struggling. I mean, Max Muncy just came back off the IL. Now he's hurt again. Do we have an update on Max Muncy? Because I know that he got scratched yesterday before the game.
Yeah, he was supposed to start yesterday, and Mookie was supposed to be on the bench. He got scratched with soreness on his right side. The last update I saw is that he was getting checked on today, I think.
Interesting. Okay, Tommy Edmonds been bad this year. Freddie Freeman's been bad for a lot of the year. I mean, his overall stats are good. And he's been really good lately. He's got hot again.
Basically forgot how to hit from like the beginning of June until the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Mookie forgot how to hit pretty much at the same time.
So, I mean, the only two guys who really have been consistent all year great for the Dodgers in the lineup has been Ohtani and Will Smith, who's probably the most underrated player in baseball right now by far, I would say. Will
Him
Smith.
and Cal Raleigh basically have the same OPS.
It's pretty crazy. Will Smith, yeah. Oh, my, really? Wow. So, shout out to Will Smith, but I say all that to say this is that the Dodgers, man, struggling. And they just got swept by the Angels. I mean, dude, 0-6 against the Angels this year. Can we give it up for the fucking Angels? I mean, we've said it multiple times this year. The Angels just play to their opponents. The Angels just swept the Dodgers for the second time. And what, 2 walk-offs? I mean, how many come behind?
They had 2 comebacks in this series alone. I don't remember how the games played out earlier this year, but they had a walk-off on Tuesday, and then they won on a 2-run single in the 8th inning yesterday.
I mean, Game 3, the Dodgers go in with Ohtani on the mound, Shohei Ohtani versus Kyle Hendricks and the Angels.
First 3 batters of the game, right? 3 runs.
3 runs without even an
Kyle Hendricks didn't get an out, and he allowed 3 runs. I turned off the game. I was like, oh, Dodgers got this.
It's Kyle Hendricks.
It's Kyle Hendricks. The Dodgers are going to score 30 off of this dude.
And, and Ohtani has his worst start of the season. I think he gives up how many runs?
He gave up 4 runs in 4.1 innings.
And we got to give the Angels some credit, too, because the Angels have given Ohtani his worst start of the year. They gave Yamamoto his worst start of the year. And they gave Tarek Skubal his worst start of the year.
There's a Redditor who found, and this was before Ohtani started, that the Angels have just killed ace pitchers since the All-Star break. On June 20th, they knocked up Ranger Suarez for 6 runs. Knocked up. Kodai Senga allowed 4 runs the next day. Logan Gilbert allowed 4 runs in 5 innings on July 27th. DeGrom allowed 5 runs on July 28th. Tarek Skubal allowed 4 runs in 4.2 innings on August 8th. Then they got Yoshinobu Yamamoto for 6 runs on August 11th.
Got to give credit where credit's due. This young Angels team, which is not a good team, their offense is pretty good, though.
They see aces and they see AAA starters.
Yeah. I mean, they have crazy stats where they are 25th in the league in average, 23rd in the league in on-base percentage, but 3rd in the league in home runs. They can bop, baby. So that gets them out to like a league average offense in terms of how many runs they've scored, but like they can hit some bombs. Like this Angels team.
I feel like they go through periods where they're the best offense in baseball, and then they just completely forget how to hit. Do you remember at the beginning of the year where they led the league in homers?
Yeah.
And then they dropped off, and then they just peaked back up.
Yeah, as soon as they get to 500, they start losing again. But luckily, they were on a little bit of a cold streak before going
They were
to the
chasing
Dodgers.
500.
So they sweep the season series against the Dodgers, which is amazing. I mean, if you're an Angels fan, you got to feel good about that. Like, that just made your season if you're an Angels fan.
That was their World Series.
Right? Yeah, Ohtani starting at Angel Stadium, coming back, and I guarantee, I mean, I watched the game, but I didn't really pay attention. It had to be like 70% Dodgers fans.
I remember seeing clips. I think Ohtani's game-tying homer or on Tuesday, it just looked like a Dodger game with the reaction from Ohtani's homer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Angels were not playing in front of a home crowd, even though they were at home.
And they sweep them. And on the other side of the coin, the rivals, the Padres, they had a series in San Francisco. How did they do in that series, Mitchell?
They just went in and swept the Giants at home.
Embarrassed
them.
Embarrassed them.
What do I have? Yeah, the Giants, the entire series, scored 3 runs.
Jeez. And that's Yu Darvish on the mound. Yu Darvish had a great start.
Yeah, he went 6 innings, allowed 1 run.
Is Yu Darvish a legitimate pitcher again?
He's had, back-to-back starts now that have been pretty good, right?
I want to say better than that.
Oh, no, he had a 4-inning start in between, but on July 30th,
Okay.
he had a 7-inning scoreless against the Mets, and then against the Giants, Monday, he went 6 innings and allowed 1 run.
Yeah, so a little bit of a mixed bag for Yu Darvish. He has got a ERA over 5 this year. His last 3 starts have been good, but he gave up 8 runs in 1 start, which is probably going to ruin his whole entire season's ERA because he didn't start pitching since July. But if you're looking at the Padres pitching staff, Yu Darvish, if he's actually like a legit pitcher, that changes everything for them.
One of the longest necks in baseball. I think I've actually talked about this already before.
I haven't heard you say that, but that's interesting. We can get that measured if you want.
I mean, he's all neck. He has the neck of a much taller man.
Pause.
I would say his neck adds an extra, 1.5 inches in his height?
At least, maybe 3.
Yeah, big neck, man. I
don't think I've ever noticed this.
Yeah, now I'm looking at his neck. Big neck. I got a picture right here of his neck. Mitchell put it in the research doc.
I just airdropped it onto the script.
Took a whole page.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that at least what do you call that? A 5-inch neck?
Oh, I'm thinking 6 or 7.
7-inch neck in length. That's
I don't know where you start the measurement, but I imagine collarbone to neck head intersection.
Chin?
Hey, no matter where you're measuring from, 7-inch neck, that ain't nothing to fuck with. I mean, that's a pretty long neck. And he's using it out there. Great start against the Giants. But the moral of the story is the Padres, the guys they've added this, the trade deadline, have worked out very well. I mean, Mitchell went over it a little bit already, but Freddie Fermin, is that how you say it?
Freddie Fermin.
Freddie Freeman. They have a Freddie Freeman on the Padres. They
have a Freddie Freeman on the Padres.
And he's hit .355 since getting to San Diego. Ramon Laureano, who's been one of the best hitters in baseball since getting traded to the Braves last season, he's got a 180 WRC plus. He's batting .333 since getting to the Padres, and he had a walk-off for him. Ryan O'Hearn struggled a little bit, but Mason Miller, 3.38 ERA. We'd have to go appearance by appearance, really, with him.
It's really just that 1 home run he allowed to Gurriel that was 103 miles an hour, and that was the only home run that's ever been hit on a 103 mile an hour pitch, and that's been it. Otherwise, he has a 60% strikeout rate.
Love it. And then Nestor Cortez, man. I mean, if they get some fucking good innings out of nasty Nestor over there, that's exciting. He's had 2 starts with the Padres, got a 2.89 ERA in San Diego. So the Padres are looking up, man, and all of a sudden they are in first place going into a 3-game series. Is it in LA or San Diego?
It's in LA, but the Dodgers and Padres play again the following week. So these next, 9 games for San Diego are huge. The Dodgers they play the Padres and then have a 4-game series in Colorado and then go to San Diego.
Oh, my God. Who's playing the...
The Dodgers get to play the Rockies.
Okay.
The Giants and Padres match up again the following series after the first one. So the Padres go... Oh, no. Yeah, the Padres go Dodgers, 4-game series against the Giants in San Diego. Dodgers again.
Well,
so this next week and a half could determine who wins the NL West.
Any predictions? You think the San Diego Padres will ride the momentum or the Dodgers buck up?
Every time I predict the Padres, they fail me. I think the Dodgers. So like the Dodgers have been catastrophically bad, record-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But hitting and pitching are just like slightly worse than league average. So I feel like there has been some bad luck in there. But man, the Padres trade deadline acquisitions have looked really good. They look like they filled the holes. The biggest holes that the Padres have are now gone. But I still think the Dodgers find a way.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be exciting. I mean, this happened at the same time. I mean, last time these guys matched up against each other, I wanted to say they played back-to-back series pretty close, like the same way this is happening, right?
Yeah, so it was in June.
Yeah, and then the Padres were, I think, a game down going into that series, and it was a big deal. But then the Dodgers bucked up, and they kind of fucking embarrassed them. And then they had that lead, and then after that, they built a 9-game lead. The division looked over. Sorry, Padres. Thanks for coming. Now it's deja vu all over again.
Yeah,
MLB is licking their lips, dude. This is going to be a fire series.
In June, the Padres and Giants matched up back-to-back weeks, and the Dodgers won 5 out of the 7 games.
We just got to pray that Ohtani faces them at least once. Is he? I have a feeling that he's not going to pitch because he's going to end up pitching in Colorado. But they're playing 6
There's no way that Dave Roberts pitches him in Colorado.
Well, he only pitches once a week, so 1 week from to yesterday would be Wednesday, and they'll be in Colorado that day, and then the Wednesday after.
I mean, they have a day off today. So then they could just match up the rotation so he pitches on Friday next week.
Well, we'll see. I bet there'll be some. How many times do you think the benches are going to clear in these 6 games?
I'll go once, but we'll have some tension that builds up throughout the series.
I have a feeling that Mason Miller, who's going to play his first intense baseball game of his life, since getting the major leagues, other than maybe the last game in Oakland was probably got his adrenaline going. But like this is the first time we'll see Mason Miller under the bright lights.
You think he's going to hit 106 against Ohtani?
Oh, yeah. By the way, we kind of missed it, but Ohtani embarrassed Trout last night, didn't he?
Struck him out twice. It was the second strikeout called looking was like 101. It was the 5th hardest pitch of his career for a strikeout. Trout didn't look like he had a chance.
Dude, Ohtani's actually a piece of shit. Like, you see how he's such a nice guy, so friendly, then he faces Trout, and I love Trout. You know, he loves Trout so much. He has so much respect for Trout, and he wants to strike him out so fucking bad. Just wants to embarrass him. Like, he hides his competitiveness so well. And it's like, you could apply that to the business world too. Maybe he's doing the same thing. Oh, I'm just cute. I have a dog and a new wife. I'm just focused on my family and pitching. He's like, no, we need to fucking get this guy at the deal. I can make $10 extra million. We put that back into real estate and we could fucking own Hawaii in 10 years.
And he's going, maybe you get them off the project, please.
Exactly. I'm just saying, when those flight logs come out with Epstein, if Shohei's on it, wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, come on. No, that's
wouldn't
where
be
I draw
surprised,
the
dude.
Fucking line.
This guy's buying real estate in islands. A little suspicious. Striking out Mike Trout. 0 for 3 strikeouts, Mike Trout. Does not respect his competitors. He's cutthroat, bro. That's why I like him. He disguises. He's Sun Tzu. War of Art. What do they say in War of Art, Mitchell?
Art of War?
Art of
No
War.
clue.
They say, dude, you can't let your enemies know your next move. You have to disguise it. So if they think you're friendly, that's when you have them on the ropes. Ohtani's just doing Sun Tzu out there, bro. I'm friendly, nice Ohtani. Give me your fucking money. Fucking bet fucking $20 million on the fucking Georgia Bulldogs to beat Alabama this weekend. Ippei's like, yes, sir, fine. And he's like, now he's in prison for like 57 months. Shout out to Ippei, though. I hope he's doing good. What do you think Ippei's doing on the yard right now? Do you think he checked in with... What race do you think he's hanging out with?
He's Japanese?
Yeah. Because I don't think they probably have
Ippei Mizuhara.
I'm not
is
sure.
Japanese.
I didn't know his last name. What is he, a lawyer? Who is this guy again?
He's
an
the
interpreter.
translator.
But you know West Coast prisons, Jay. I know you know this, but like they're real segregated. You got to get...
I thought he was in
stick with
prison
your
in like
people.
Pennsylvania. Am I stupid? No, yeah, he's in Allenwood, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so different politics on the East Coast. It's not as racially segregated, so he might be all right. Hopefully he doesn't have to, go Aryan Brotherhood. We wouldn't like that without an Ippei.
That would be shocking. That would be the most shocking place to land, I would say.
I don't know. As an Asian guy,
just flying under the radar.
Listen, let's move on to the Brewers.
Football.
Speaking of Brewers, the Brewers. How many games in a row for the Brewers?
12.
12. Does it count? Because they just had to play the Pirates. Does it really count?
They beat Paul Skeens' worst start of his career.
Yeah. Do you blame them? I mean, this is the best team of all time for some reason. I mean, the Milwaukee Brewers. What is the lead right now on the Cubs as we speak?
It is 7.5 games.
So 12 games. So 7.5 game lead for the Brewers right now over the Cubs? Shut the fuck up, Mitchell.
I don't feel like I registered that this has happened that fast.
I know, bro. So the Brewers, everyone wants to talk about the Brewers winning 12 in a row. That's not doing it justice. They've won 15 out of 16 games.
On August 1st, which doesn't feel that long ago, the lead was 1 game.
It was 2 weeks ago.
They've built a 7 and 6. They've added 6.5 games to the lead in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks.
The Brewers since July 6th. That is 1 month and 6 days ago with there's All-Star break. So 1 month, 31 games they played. 27-4, Mitchell. Who's gone 27-4 in MLB in any stretch in recent memory? 27-4? Excuse my French, but Jesus, man.
It's like they got off a long winning streak. I think they had an 11-game winning streak. And then that broke. And then they went, we really needed to get a 12-game winning streak. And that's what they did.
They've had an 11 and a 12-game winning streak in the past month. This is crazy.
Mitch,
man.
what's the longest win streak in MLB history? And I'm sure it was 100 years ago.
No, it was quite recently. I think it was 23 games, right?
Yeah,
was
the Indians in 2016. I think 2016 was the Indians. They beat the Athletics record, because you've seen Moneyball, Jack. That was the record.
Yeah.
20 games, and then I think the Indians beat it 2016. I think 23.
Well, according to Wikipedia, there was a 26-game winning streak by the New York Giants in 1916. But then the Cleveland Indians there was a tie. So the Cleveland Indians have the record. 22-game winning streak. The Giants have the winning streak without losing, but they had a tie in there. Cleveland has the record with just straight wins. And that was August 2017 to September 2017.
So the Brewers are halfway there.
It would not shock me if they get there. I feel like they can't lose. Doing the research for
it would
this
shock
team, it's like they have no star players. They have no one outlying player. They're just all really good, but not excellent.
I'll tell you who could be a star. Freddie Peralta. I mean, he's pitching like a star. I know I said last time that Paul Skeens might be my final best pitcher in baseball.
But they matched up.
Peralta beat him head to head. And if you want to look at a guy who's gone under the radar, Freddie Peralta this season, 2.90 ERA, doesn't jump off the page, but leads the league in starts, leads the league in wins, 3.7 WAR. Definitely not the best pitcher in baseball, but he just beat the best pitcher in baseball. He's the best pitcher on the best team in baseball. So what does that make him?
The best pitcher
In baseball. Shout out to the Brewers. 7.5 game lead over the Cubs, man. And the Cubs, I mean, what did the Cubs do? They just faced the Blue Jays. So that, while their rivals got a little cupcake series, they had to go and face the big, bad Canadians up there. And we got the rubber match tonight. They split the first two. But I mean, the Cubs, the issue with them is what's going on with PCA? They're calling him a fraudulent player, huh?
Yeah, PCA has been the worst hitter in baseball.
I've heard the name Jeremy Lin come up a few times in the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Do you think that's PCA this first half of the year was the second or third best player in the league by WAR? Do you think he's closer to that or closer to how he's been playing the last month? Do you have the stats on his last?
So since the beginning of August, the last 11 games, he has a negative 52 WRC plus, which basically means that if Joey went and joined the Chicago Cubs,
Why do you mean?
he could probably.
Why do you say
do better.
Jack? Like I'm bad. Like I'm the worst baseball player on the podcast.
Because I have a sick knuckleballs and
Well, I don't
practicing
think
it all
me
morning.
or Jack could actually get
Good point.
2 hits.
Good point.
But Joey against Major League pitching, no minor league baseball experience that I'm aware of.
I'm not aware of any minor league experience.
Okay. I don't know what the Maestros classify as. Maybe they're like a minor league affiliate.
I play indie ball.
I think Joey could go in there and get as many hits as PC has in the last 11 games.
Yeah, so at 42, dude, he's batting .073. But back to the question, do you think he's closer to that or closer to the best?
I think he's closer to the best. I mean, all hitters have cold streaks. This one is just so unbelievably bad that it's hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
Negative 52 WRC plus. That means he's 152% worse than the league average hitter.
And that's in his last 11 games?
11 games.
So, I mean, that's terrible. But, like, if you expand that sample size larger, he's still going to be struggling, like, not that bad. But
No, when you expand it out to, like, the second half, he's not.
To be over 100% worse than other players is so funny to me.
So in the second half, he's not even top or bottom 30 by WRC plus. So it's really been the last 2 weeks that has really just tanked his
well, I mean,
value.
The Cubs in general, because it's not just him, it's the whole offense has gone cold. I mean, in August, they're 26th. In WRC plus, they're 28th in runs, so the third worst offense in baseball. And they've been like number 1 or 2 all year, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we were doing the trade dead prep, it was like they really only have a hole at third base. The rest of their offense is outstanding.
Yeah, they still have the 5th best offense in baseball by runs, and that's with the last month being one of the worst in the league. But the bats have gone cold in Chicago at the worst time. You didn't think that the Central was going to be the division with the best team in baseball, but right now it's by far, record-wise, the Brewers the best team in baseball, and they've kind of buried the Cubs. I mean, the Cubs are kind of where are they in the wild card standings?
The Cubs should be the first. Well, yeah, they're the best wild card team. They're a game above the Dodgers.
Okay, so not time to panic if you're a Cubs fan, but if you had your eyes on that division. Woo, Cubs, woo, Cubs, woo, Cubs, woo, Cubs, world, woo, series, woo, world, woo, series. Ronnie Woo. Check out the Superfan video about Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna hit me up after that video. If you guys haven't seen the video about Ozuna that we posted, check it out. Ronnie Woo saw the video. They got in touch. His people got in touch with Ozuna's people. Ronnie Woo and Ozuna are meeting in person coming up. I think in September, he's going to his nursing home. Full circle, 2 best super fans in baseball history, passing the torch, old to the new, Ozuna with Ronnie Woo in the same place. Woo, Cubs, world, woo, series.
Kind of a shame not to be there, huh?
Hey, man, we could go. We could go up there. We could meet Ronnie Woo. Maybe.
You could have your first Wrigley experience.
That's true. That is true, but I don't even think Unk is going to Wrigley. He's actually going up there because I think we're playing the White Sox is the real reason. So that's a little bit of a not as cool. No offense to the White Sox, but you're not as cool as the Cubs.
I will say Wrigley Field was so much better than Guaranteed Rate Field.
Sorry.
Like Guaranteed
Who would
Rate
have
Field,
thought?
you go, oh, okay. And then you go to Wrigley and you're like, wow, this is one of the best baseball experiences you can get.
Who would have thought a place called Guaranteed Rate Field wasn't the greatest stadium to see
I know,
a game
it's tough to swallow.
Anyway, on the other end of the spect, the AL East, the AL Beast, and the Beast of the East, that's been the Blue Jays. They're the opposite of the Cubs. I mean, their offense has been beasting. I mean, we've talked about their offense ad nauseum, but first in the league in August so far. Second in runs scored. You got to tip your cap to the Blue Jays. I mean, they split the first 2 games of the series, so we'll see what happens today at 3 p.m. We're coming up to that start right now. We'll see who wins it, but the Blue Jays kind of had a good opportunity to gain some ground on their rivals here because the Yankees have been such dog water, and the Red Sox, they've been playing, a little mid, but the Red Sox have been playing good, but 4.5 game lead for the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays keep up their lead, and the Yankees... the Yankees playing a little better against the Twins. They got to play the Twins.
I saw crash outs last night after they lost the last game of the series to the Twins. And so I assume they lost the series. They won the series. If you want to play good baseball, you want to win the series, right?
You can't win every game.
But you can
Got to win every series.
And the Yankees did that. So I was like very confused about the crash outs.
Well, I mean, the Twins, let's be honest, the Twins aren't much of a major league team these days. They traded everyone in the organization.
But they were facing their one good pitcher,
Bailey?
Joe Ryan.
Oh, Joe Ryan. So they lost to Joe Ryan.
So
And I think they play again today, right? So the series isn't over?
no, the Yankees are playing the Cardinals
Okay.
next tomorrow.
Okay. So the Yankees, they win 2 out of 3, but they lose last night because they have fucking Schlittler out there, who pitched pretty well. Nothing against Schlittler, sorry. Volpe homered again. Haven't heard of a Volpe error in a while.
I have not. I checked the last 4 games, so probably should have gone back a little further. But no errors in the last 4 games.
Judge hit a home run, first time since getting off the IL. Okay, maybe he's not as injured as we thought. My prediction was that he was going to be very bad over the next month because it just feels like this is the type of thing that you want to rush back, just of how bad they're playing and how much everyone in New York was freaking out over 2 weeks of bad baseball, or maybe like a month of bad baseball. Let's not sugarcoat it. The Yankees have been playing bad baseball. But can you imagine if like what the Dodgers are doing right now was happening in New York? The outrage,
I mean, isn't it?
the shit show. No, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, the Yankees' expectation compared to the Dodgers, like, I mean, I don't know how Yankees fans feel, but I don't look at this Yankees team as like the most unbeatable best team ever. I mean, when they in the preseason, when they lost Garrett Cole, people were acting like this was maybe a playoff team. And they got off to a hot start, so maybe that's why their expectations rose. But yeah, the Bronx is burning. I'm glad they won 2 out of 3.
I mean, since the beginning of July, the Yankees have the same number of losses as the Dodgers and just 1 more win. So it is kind of similar. But you're right. The expectations, people were complaining that the Dodgers were such a super team that it was unfair to baseball. And I don't feel like that was happening with the Yankees.
Mm-hmm. So the Yankees win 2 out of 3. Right now they're what, 6.5 games back? 6.5 games back of the Blue Jays. Going into a series against the Cardinals. I mean, that's good. They don't have to play a tough team, but
Yeah, they're playing a team that just lost a series to the Rockies.
that's tough. And they Goldschmidt's injured too, so that's not good for the Yankees. I think it comes down to the pitching for the Yankees, man. Like, no one was able to get a starter at the deadline, but when you're throwing out Carlos Rondon, Max Fried, other than that, I mean, Luis Heel and Schlittler and Warren.
Max Fried has had some bad starts lately. Part of that is just because he's such a contact-oriented pitcher that you're bound to have some bad hops, but his last 4 games, he's allowed 4 runs, 6 runs, 4 earned, 4 runs, 2 earned, 4 runs, 4 runs.
Yeah, and also I'm a little misguided because it's not really been the pitching, but the bullpen, for sure, has cost the Yankees. I mean, Devin Williams, the craziest stat in recent memories, Devin Williams has given up the same amount of runs for the Yankees this year than he had given up the past 3 seasons combined. So he comes to New York, he makes them reverse the beard policy. Now all these players have beards because of Devin Williams, this big name closer. He comes over, he's sabotaging the team, killed the culture. Now they can have facial hair, which is terrible because obviously that's the reason why they're losing. Not only that, is he's been the worst closer in baseball with the beard on. Does he even have a beard?
It's such a light beard.
You'd think, right? You'd think like a guy with a big beard would be the guy to get that shit reversed. But Devin Williams, I picture Devin Williams. I don't even think of beards.
I guess he's grown it out more since, but like it's not. This would not have been the guy I thought they would change the policy
I would
for.
be hilarious if Steinbrenner came out and was like, listen, it was a mistake. We should have never done that. Or like they just DFA him and are like, well, listen, the beards are off. We're shaving the fucking beards. The policy's back on. You can't have long hair and you can't have a beard. And Devin Williams, you're going to the minor leagues. That would be pretty funny. And then their season turns around. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Stay strong, Yankees fans. Red Sox fans. They played the Astros again.
They played the Astros again. I thought it was.
Stop playing the Astros. Astros beat them 2 out of 3. Carlos Correa, since getting to the Astros, man, he's been a fucking beast. Wasn't that my prediction, Mitchell?
Do you remember that?
What's the prediction exactly?
I said when the Carlos Correa got back to the Astros, it was a leadership play, it was a locker room play, and when he gets there, he's going to be the leader that he's always been.
Vibes guy.
Vibes guy, okay? Not the plantar fasciitis guy that he's been in Minnesota.
I think he is too good to be a vibes guy, though.
That's what makes him even better.
Vibes guys can be good. They don't have to be bad. I think by nature they often are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to be a bad vibes guy.
But when you're a good player and a vibes guy, then you become a organizational cornerstone. And that's what Carlos Correa is to the Astros. We didn't think he was because he left, but now he's back and he's there for the foreseeable future, right? He's got like a long contract.
He's got at least 4 years, I think. And then there's just a bunch of complicated club options that turn into player options that go into eternity.
Well, he's been the 12th best hitter in baseball since getting back to the Astros, and he's been terrible all year in Minnesota. But once he gets back in that air conditioning at the air conditioning park, sponsored by Air Conditioning, indoor stadium with air conditioning, sponsored by Daikin, the air conditioning company, that's when Carlos Correa is at his best. So Bregman's back in Houston. How did Bregman do in Houston?
He homered in his first at-bat back. So they gave him a nice standing ovation. Then he hits a homer. Then in his second at-bat, they start booing him.
And he hit another homer in game 2, though.
Oh, I missed that, yeah. Homered in game 2.
I only know that because you put it in the notes, so I don't know if you missed it.
Sometimes, I go through like 15 games. No, 15 series, 3 games apiece.
Too much information in this guy's brain. He can't even remember it all.
But yeah, Bregman went, he had 4 hits in the series and a walk.
And guess what's also under the radar news is Christian Javier is back on the Astros.
You asked me last episode, any more injury news? And I was like, I don't think so. This was the only one I was looking at, Luis Garcia. We get off of that, and it's like, oh, Christian Javier is starting tomorrow.
I mean, this guy was, I remember on Baseball is Dead, Shohei picked this guy to win the Cy Young 2 years ago. Like when they won the World Series, he was an ace. And I don't remember when he got hurt, but he hasn't pitched in
He hasn't
forever.
pitched since May of last year.
May of last year. I would have thought it was longer. But it's Tommy John, right?
Yeah, didn't him and Luis Garcia basically get it at the same time?
Well,
Or
sounds right. But either way, he's back and he's ready to act. And if they're getting Luis Garcia back too, that's what they need. I mean, right now the Astros, they beat the Red Sox 2 out of 3. So, but I think did the Mariners tie it?
The Mariners tied it on Monday or Tuesday, and then the Mariners lost yesterday. So the Astros took first place back.
Interesting. So the Astros are up right now. A half game or 1 game?
1 game. The Mariners are playing right now, so they have a chance to make it half a game or 1.5 games, depending on how this shakes out. Baltimore's up 3-0 though.
Interesting series. Interesting competition here. I mean, I was kind of edging.
Oh, all right.
And I was
intimate.
And I was thinking about it while edging, and I was like, the Mariners are the hot team. They got the big dump, and I wasn't edging the big dump, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they got the star power. They add on the guys at the deadline. Like, the Mariners, they're the popping team. The Astros, who have led the division for the past, I wouldn't say 2-3 months. Like, they built a lead for a while. But the Astros got hurt. They're 18 guys on the IL. Now they're getting healthy a little bit. I don't know. I think a healthy Astros team.
I did forget to put this in the notes. Josh Hader is on the IL.
Fuck!
Whoa.
He's seeking a second opinion on a shoulder strain.
Yep, he's done. He's done. Second opinion.
Second opinions are
that's
like
bad news.
You're dead if you're getting a second opinion.
All right. Well, that's not good for the Astros. I said going in this year that they were going to rely on Josh Hader more than any other player, which is very rare for a closer. So if they lose Josh Hader, in my mind, I think it's the Mariners division to win. And the Mariners played the Orioles, and the Mariners split the first 2 games with the Orioles. Game 3 is right now, and they're losing to the Orioles. That's a series you can't lose if you're a Mariners player.
Absolutely not. They lost yesterday on a walk-off, too.
Yeah, Jackson Holiday walk-off. Shout out to the little Jackson Holiday. I don't know why I had to call him little. Sounded
I mean,
disrespectful.
when he got drafted, I thought he was 12.
He looked very young, but he had a lot of beef in the offseason, so he's bulked up.
He is very bulky now.
Oh, that was last offseason. Either way, Mitchell said he was washed. He's had a great season. What's the lowdown on his season so far, Jackson Holiday? This was the number one prospect in baseball. Only 21 right now? Is this like his third season? And he's 21?
So he has a 93 WRC plus. He has a 250 batting average, a 301 on base percentage, and a 390 slugging. He's been worth .7 WAR this year in 112 games.
It's good.
That's below average.
Compared to what he was?
I mean, compared to what he was, if he continues to grow at this pace, he's going to be a 120 WRC plus hitter next year.
Yeah. Okay. So don't hate on him. He's 20 years old, right? How old is he right now?
He's 21.
21. So there's things to be excited for if you're an Orioles fan. George Kirby dominated game one. That's good news. That's good news for the Mariners. What about game two? Who pitched in game two for that boys? Game is scoreless until the seventh, so whoever pitched for him. Oh, it was Logan Gilbert last night. Had a great start until the end. I think he gave up 3 runs in the seventh right before he was about to get taken out, which was hurtful. But for me, the Mariners.
And then the Orioles pitcher was Trevor Rogers, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball since he came back up from the minor leagues. He has a 1.43 ERA.
I wish they could have traded him. That was an L. They weren't able to get rid of him. That would have been a good trade piece. But I guess the sample size wasn't big enough to get a massive return. But either way, it's not like the Orioles need him. But they got him. So, I mean, the Mariners, they lose the series. It looks like they're going to lose to a series of the Orioles, which isn't great. But at the end of the day, they still have played very good. I mean, they won 9 out of 10 going into this series, had a 7-game winning streak. Team ERA has been 5th in the league in August. The hitting has been 9th or 7th in runs scored. So, I mean, top 10 offense, top 10 pitching staff. That's a good ball club. Now, I'm a little worried about Eugenio. His numbers since getting there
Really, really bad.
haven't been great, and it would hate for him to be kind of like a one-half wonder.
I really thought this time would be different. And I mean, it's 12 games. We can't say for certain. But he's batting 114 with a 205 slugging. He does have 1 homer, but that's a 7 OPS plus in 12 games.
Ooh, small sample size. Maybe he's not. He's one of those guys who doesn't like to move, so he's not going to be good in his first 12 games. But his second 12 games will be good.
I was hoping he would be at bat right now, and so I could go, oh my god, he just homered. He's not at bat.
That's all right. So the Mariners and the Astros, we got another division race on our hands. I think Hader. If they lose Hader for the Astros, I don't want to. I think that's a big loss. That would be 19 guys on the IL.
I do think for the Astros, though, the back half of that rotation has not been great this year. And if you're replacing 2 guys like Jason Alexander with Luis Garcia and Christian Javier, that does make a big difference. Because Framber and Hunter Brown have been one of the best 1-2 starters in baseball. And then you're adding, a solid 3 and 4. That could make enough of a difference to kind of cover for the loss of Josh Hader.
I mean, especially if Luis Garcia and Christian Javier come back and are what they were before they got hurt or at their peak.
I mean, that could be having 4 number 2 starters.
That could be the best staff in baseball if that's the case. Now, you have no idea how they're going to be because they're coming off major arm injuries. We see how that can... that's a hit or miss. We saw Spencer Strider. He's on the hot seat. Either way, we'll get to that later. So I mean that could be an insane. That could be. I mean, no one's even talking about Christian Javier or Luis Garcia coming back. But if those guys are what they were, that's probably the Astros division. But you add 2, you lose 1. If you lose Hader, I mean, the Astros. Come on, man. Dude, can you start stretching or something? Or are we gonna have to murder the whole team, Jack? What do you think? Because they're injured. Because you know how you're saying that joke that you have to kill people if they get injured? We got to ban injuries.
Yeah, treat them like horses.
Yeah. Whatever. We shouldn't kill anybody. We should just live in harmony.
Jordan may face live pitching this weekend.
Love it. I mean, the whole team is just an injured list. Are they coming off? Or are they going on?
It's like, which team is better, the team that's currently active or the team that's on the IL?
Could be a close game. Anyway, the team that I'm disappointed in this week is the Rangers. My disappointment of the week. Lose 2 out of 3 to the Diamondbacks. And do I got to tell you what the Diamondbacks have? Nobody. They traded all their guys.
They have Ketel Marte, who had go-ahead home runs in Game 2 and 3 in the 9th inning.
Yeah, Ketel Marte, man. He's a terrorist when it comes to the Texas Rangers. I was watching the game yesterday. I mean, the Rangers had it. They put Phil Maton in there. Phil Maton, their big acquisition at the deadline, and I think they had him come in and try to get 6 outs. He, struck out the first 4 guys and then gave up, 4 straight hits, and in, 2 minutes, they just blew a 2-run lead on a Ketel Marte bomb to steal the series on a walk-off.
In Texas.
In Texas, yes. And it was Merrill Kelly versus Zach Gallen in Game 3. That was an interesting matchup because Merrill Kelly, funny enough, used to be on the Diamondbacks just 2 weeks ago. Now he's on the Rangers, and he faced the Diamondbacks. Maybe they had something on him.
Did you see, Merrill Kelly had a pretty good game. He went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs. But Merrill Kelly was asked how it was being a Texas Ranger. And he's like, it's a little weird because there's this big poster of Corey Seager hitting a home run in the World Series, and Kelly was the one who gave it up.
Yeah, there's just pictures and videos of this guy getting his dreams ripped out of his chest, just plastered all over the building, and he has to go there
Every day.
Every day. And you think that's going to work out? I don't know. Maybe Merrill Kelly, we can expect some regression from him just because of the nightmares.
For now, it's okay, but as soon as he has to go every day when he's not starting and just see that poster.
Right? Can't you think that hurts your confidence? Imagine your biggest L of your life, and it's just on the wall at your job. Every day you walk in, you're like, oh, yeah, I did do that. I did fuck up the whole World Series for my team by giving up the home run in Game 1. Oh, well.
And then
game starts
he's a
in 3
starting
hours.
pitcher, so he's just sitting on the bench 4 days a week.
Just thinking about it. Damn.
What if I didn't throw that pitch to Seager?
So if we win Game 1, then Game 2, we won Game 2, so then we have 2-0 lead. We usually win. Damn. Fuck, I'm in, and then you lose. I love the Rangers, though, even though they lost 2 out of 3, and that was actually a massive series loss for the Rangers. The Rangers were hot, but I want to say their playoff odds have shrunk like crazy this week. And everyone knows that the Rangers were my freaking team of the second half, and they were playing like it. I felt like a genius, but now they're making me look a little stupid.
All right, I got the number. They've gone from having up to 51% odds on July 27th and 40.9% odds on August 5th, down to 16.8 today.
They went from 51 to 16% in about 2 weeks. And it's funny because I don't even feel like they've been playing that bad. But I guess they've been playing pretty bad. 61 and 61 right now.
Yeah, 3-7 in the last 10 games.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They need to turn around, but they're going to Toronto after this. So not an easy schedule. Toronto on the road. Come on, Rangers. You got to defend my honor here.
The Angels are playing the A's, and the Rangers are playing the Blue Jays. There's a chance that the Angels are in 3rd place when we speak again on Monday.
I'll tell you what, that's not going to happen. Angels are about to get their shit rocked by the A's. That's just what they do. They can't have 2 impressive series in a row. I do love them. The funny thing, the Rangers have Jock Peterson, Rowdy Tellez, and Jake Berger on the same team. Just 3 fat guys who hit bombs, just on the same squad. 3 DHs on one team. It's insane. Maybe that's why they're losing. It's just too much meat in there. The other players aren't getting enough to snack on. And then Rowdy Tellez got a little upset on the radio. They had him on the radio in Texas. They called him the Girthquake or something.
The Girthquake?
They were calling him the Girthquake. He said it's not funny.
They asked him how many brisket sandwiches he had eaten. Girthquake or something stupid.
The Girthquake. You got to turn around, Rowdy. But speaking of the Mets and the Braves, which we are speaking of right now, I love that the Braves won yesterday. The Braves scored 9 runs in 1 fucking inning. The Braves scored more runs yesterday in 1 inning than they had all year combined. 9 runs in 1 inning. Have you ever seen the Braves score 9 runs?
Not this team.
No, brother. And the Mets coming into this series were the worst team in baseball. How many losses? 7-game losing streak going into the series. Game 1, they had to face Strider, and they get to Strider. Now, there's a lot of questions going around with Strider. Is he washed or not? Because I think he's had a few bad starts in a row. But the Mets win Game 1. Looks like they're turning around. Frank goes, let's go. We're doing good. Frank looks positive. I don't know. I didn't watch any Frank videos, but I'm assuming he wasn't that positive. But they win Game 1. And then in Game 2, they get to face Carlos Carrasco. The Mets, the biggest payroll in baseball, are going against Carlos Carrasco, who's got to be 38. The guy had fucking cancer. All right, you're facing a cancer survivor. He's 38. Used to be an amazing pitcher. Not anymore. Shouldn't be in the MLB anymore. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Braves, they don't have any pitchers. They get Carlos Carrasco. Come on, Cookie, come over here. We respect the hell out of you. You had a great career. Let's give you some innings before you say it's all said and done. He goes up against the Mets, gives up 5 runs?
6. Gets
rocked by the Mets. And then the Mets blow it, dude. 9 runs in 1 inning for my Braves. Oh, eat dick, man. This is feels like the series, like the Angels playing the Dodgers, where the Angels don't have any hopes of the playoffs. Angels are out of it, whatever. But when you sweep the Dodgers, you feel good. That's how I feel right now after last night.
Even if the Mets win today, the Braves won the series because they made Mets fans absolutely miserable in Game 2.
I can't imagine being a Mets fan in Game 2. I mean, Peter,
shout out the Motor Speedway hat you got.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank
Flames,
you.
Pretty sick.
Hey, I'm proud to be a Braves fan. We got a trophy. The Mets probably won't get one this year. Let's be honest. The Mets probably aren't getting a trophy. I mean, they're not going to win the division right now. What are they behind? The Phillies right now.
Are they 5.5 games back?
I'm not saying they're out of the
5
division.
games back.
I'm not saying they're out of the division right now because we just saw the Padres come back from 9 games. And they're 5 games back of the Phillies. I think them and the Phillies are pretty evenly matched teams head to head, but 5 games back from the Phillies right now on August 14th. So the chances are is you don't win the division. Chances are you don't win the National League. Chances are you don't win the World Series and you get 0 trophies. And the Braves won a game in Tennessee that nobody watched. And we got
that also a lot of people watched.
A lot of people watched, but it rained. Whatever.
In honor of hating the Mets, I have my hero, Tommy Pham, right here behind me with an inspirational quote from him. Worst team I've ever been on.
Which was in reference to?
The Mets.
Yoshinobu Yama. Just kidding. That had nothing to do with the Mets, but I just like
I almost pressed it, though. You almost got me going.
Yep, the Mets. Tough loss last night for the Mets. that's one of the toughest losses. But hey, we can't say this about the Braves. Our boy Michael Harris
has been one of the best players in baseball.
I mean, a grand salami last night. Gotta love that. So that's, a positive going into next year. But the Mets, dude. I mean, Pete Alonso, he just broke the record for most home runs in the Mets history. Or were you?
Did you also find it funny how low the franchise home run record was?
I mean, people are giving Pete Alonso shit because they're like, who cares? Like, you're the number one. Who cares? That's not even impressive. The Mets suck. But Pete Alonso's 29 years old. To lead any franchise in home runs at 29, especially a franchise that's been around as long as the Mets. They've been around since the 60s, right?
The 60s.
So, I mean, there's been a lot of Mets players.
The Tampa Bay Rays home run record is higher than the Mets home run record.
Crazy. And when did they come here? 90s?
98.
Jeez.
I'm older than the Rays.
I'm younger than the Rays. Shit. Yeah, I mean, Derek Jeter would be the number 1 home run leader for the Mets. But Pete Alonso got it. Nothing against Pete Alonso. I mean, it's still pretty good for Pete Alonso. He's a young guy.
I'm looking right now at home run records by team, and the only one that has a lower threshold are the Padres. Manny Machado's the franchise record for the Padres at 167, and then Luis Gonzalez has the Diamondbacks record at 224.
Luis Gonzalez, yeah, interesting.
So it was. I'm not. The Mets blowing the lead is the bigger win as a Braves fan, but to have such a low threshold was shocking, especially when they've had players like Darryl Strawberry and David Wright, who were very, very, very good hitters. I'm just surprised by how low their home run record was.
Not a good organization. You get a Mets jersey on, you shrink 2 inches. That's been established. But also on the other end of the And that's all for today's episode. What I was about to say is the Phillies, they didn't do that great either.
They lost a series to the Reds.
Shit happens, man. But is it time to worry about the offense for the Phillies?
As long as Schwarber's hitting bombs.
But how much can you rely on Schwarber, bro? First of all, they're trying to get him on the Reds right now. I mean, they had Schwarber catch the first pitch for his dad at the Reds game. He went to a visiting ballpark. They're like, dude, you're coming in to play us? You want to beat us? Guess what? We'll let your dad throw out the first pitch. You catch it for the another team. Schwarber's from Ohio.
I've never seen a road player catch a first pitch.
So, and now Phillies, now we got breaking news. The city of Cincinnati is giving Kyle Schwarber the keys to the city before today's game, which was not true, I don't believe. I think that was fake news. I think that was a joke because it just seems like this is the Reds trying to get Schwarber to come to the Reds next season because he's going to be a free agent after this season. Schwarber was asked about it. He said, yeah, why wouldn't you want to play for your hometown team? Ooh. He's got the looking eyes. Phillies fans don't like that. The Phillies fans do not like that. He hit a home run, though.
Hit a home run.
As usual. Hits another home run. Phillies win game 1, but game 2, Ranger Suarez's velo was down. That's bad. 6 runs in 6 innings for Suarez. Not a good sign, but I do know that that's kind of Suarez's MO. Come out of the gates hot, great pitcher, Ranger Suarez. Bad second half, and then playoffs. You got fucking Mr. Rager, Mr. Rager. Tell me where you're going. Tell us some of your stories.
I don't know what that is.
That's the Kid Cudi song, Mr. Rager. That's his walkout music when he comes out of the pen. Mr. Ranger, Mr. Rager, tell us where you're going. Tell us about your travels. Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
The Lonely Stoner?
Yes.
Mr.
What do you?
Rager. I'm just trying to get some. I guess you guys don't like Kid Cudi. That's
Nah,
fine.
I used to listen to a lot of Kid Cudi.
Yeah, you probably do. You fucking loner, piece of shit, loser, emotional kid. Were you fucking depressed in high school, middle school, or something, man?
Yeah.
Listening to Kid Cudi?
Yeah, I was.
Good. Mr. Rager. Yeah. So then the Reds won game 3 too.
Your boy's back, Hunter Green.
Hunter Green, 6 scoreless.
First start since June 3.
Best pitcher in baseball, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll check back on that later. Miguel Andujar hits a grand slam.
I still can't believe he's in the league.
Dude, he's on the Athletics. How did he get on the Reds?
Trade deadline.
Yeah, dude. The Phillies fans, they probably want to murder Jordan Romano, huh? You gave up a grand slam. And was that the difference in this game?
No, they lost 8-0, I think.
But damn.
It was 8-something. I think it was 8-0, but yeah.
Jordan Romano. Do we have any news and notes on the Phillies bullpen acquisition since coming to the Phillies? Because they added a couple guys, if I remember correctly. But I do believe that the big downside for the Phillies recently, at least, has been the offense, which, Mitchell did say he had concerns for this aging offense. I know that Castellanos has been one of the worst hitters in baseball over the past month. I think he's got like -5 WAR since the All-Star break, which is unheard of, and hasn't gotten walked all month. In the month of August, has not one walk for Castellanos, who I got to say has got to be one of the streakiest hitters of all time. But he's on one of those down streaks. But do you have those stats on the bullpen, guys?
Duran has not a lot of run in 4 innings. David Robertson was not a trade, but he was a free agent signing. He made his season debut on Monday. Okay. Did not allow a run. Am I missing a guy?
No, I think that's it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
From my recollection. I know some Phillies fans wish they would have added some bats. They did add Bader. What about Bader? The Harrison Badenator.
30 plate appearances, a 154 batting average, and a 267 on base percentage.
The boys need to start hitting a little better if they want to, really put the Mets in their place. But 5-game lead for the Phillies. Lose one series to the Reds. You wish you didn't, but you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying?
And they're not like a terrible team. If you lose a series to the Reds, it's not like losing a series to the Rockies.
But if you lose a series to the White Sox
and the Reds
and your Mitchell's Tigers, that would be bad. especially when you got those big, scary Guardians on your tail. Those guys in that Guardians clubhouse, you don't want to mess with them. They're dealing with the bookies and shit. Oh, no, my computer's out of battery. Great.
There's a charger.
Yeah, I got a charger. Tell me about the Red Series, please.
The Reds are the Tigers.
Tell me about your Tigers.
So this was not a great...
Let's hear what Jack has to say about this Tiger series, actually, while I'm getting my charger.
I have nothing to say about that. I will say I am watching the Orioles game, and it got real wet. Hella wet. It's raining hard.
That means it's probably raining here.
And the dugout's over here complaining, what are we doing? How are we playing in this? And then the officials are all like, fucking play ball. It's crazy. Yeah, it's 5-zip. Top of the 6th. Top of the morning, more like it. Because they need to wake the fuck up out there. Getting shut out.
Isn't that one of your favorite teams?
There's an outlet by the ring light.
Who?
The Mariners.
Yeah.
So that's why you're pissed. All right, tell us about the Tigers, dude. Fucking enough about the rain.
This was actually, like, they won 2 out of 3. But I would argue this was not a great series for the Tigers. So in game 1, Chris Paddock pitches well. He goes 5.2 innings, allows a run. But the game is tied going into the 9th inning, and they only win this game 2-1, thanks to Jason Benetti praying to God that Spencer Torkelson will hit a homer. And
wait, Joey, that won't work because that's for the dimmer for the lights above. You got to plug it into this, like, thing over here. It works? All right, never mind.
So the Tigers win game 1, 2-1. In game 2, Jack Flaherty can't get out of the 5th inning. He allows 5 runs, and the Tigers lose.
Jack Schwartz or Jack Flaherty?
Jack Flaherty.
I heard a Jack taking an L. I just assumed it was Jack Schwartz.
No, I was busy winning.
Are they still playing that game? Okay.
They just delayed it, yeah.
There's like a
They're
puddle
rolling
at
out the
second
car.
base.
Yeah, the cameras are all wet. So never a good look.
And then game 3, Troy Melton didn't know he was starting until the night before. Goes 5 scoreless innings for the Tigers.
Respect.
And the only run that the Tigers score is on a sac fly in the 2nd inning.
Where's the offense, Mitch?
So they win the series, but I don't think you go out of this series thinking that was a win.
No, I mean the Tigers have been mid for the past month. The Tigers are not who we thought they were.
No.
I'm saying it right now. They got off to that hot start. I swear that was the worst thing that could have happened to them. Because it gave them a level of comfort where everyone was so high on the Tigers. And granted, they deserved it. They had the best pitcher in baseball. We saw what happened the second half last year. America's team, upset alert. The Motor City Kitties. Everybody loves the underdog story. Everyone knows the city of Detroit was killed by the automobile industry and the jobs going overseas. And you don't like to see a great American city like Detroit have economic downturn. Either way, the sports teams have been dog shit forever. But then last year they had the Lions, and then the Tigers came out, and you thought, wow, this city of Detroit, it's on the up and up. Then you have, then you're thinking maybe Eminem is going to make a good new album or something because he's from Detroit.
Red Wings.
The Red Wings have been shit lately, Jack. And that's a hockey town. So it's like the people of Detroit, it's like, what is there to live for if the Tigers aren't good? You know what I'm saying? Like, my Commanders embarrassed the Lions in the playoffs. You know we had to do it too. I'm sorry, motherfuckers. JD5 in your mouth. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that they didn't do much at the deadline. And I don't really look at this Tigers team if I'm a team like the Mariners, I'm a team like the Yankees, Red Sox, or the Blue Jays. You think you go in a series against the Tigers in the playoff and are like, oh no, not the Tigers?
The Tigers right now have the making of a team that wins the division, but has the worst record of the division winners, which means that they have to play in the wild card series. And then they're playing a team like the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Mariners or the Astros. And I just can't imagine picking the Tigers over those 3 teams.
Right? Like, I'm looking at the playoff teams right now in the AL that we know, that we, like, look, okay, the AL right now is the Blue Jays, the Astros, the Mariners, the Red Sox, the Yankees. I don't think the Tigers are favorited in any of those series.
Like, right now, they have the second best record in the AL, but they're only 2 games, a game and a half above the Astros. And the way that the Tigers are playing, they're playing well enough to win the division.
The worst division in baseball, by the way.
Yeah. But then after that, I don't have the confidence that... So you get Skubal in game 1. Great. Then who's your game 2 starter?
Flaherty?
Who's been terrible for how long now? Like 2-3 months? Maybe you go with Casey Mize. And then your bullpen's kind of a mess. Kyle Finnegan's done very nicely in his 5 games, but I mean they went quantity at the deadline. And like Rafael Montero wasn't going to save your bullpen.
Yeah, they were on the precipice of being like considered one of the elite teams in baseball. I don't think they're there anymore. And it's hard to say it, Tigers fans. I know it hurts me more than it hurts you to say it. You know, but you're going to have to squander up some of that freaking chaos, pitching chaos or something. You got to get catching magic in the bottle if you want to go on a run again this year. And then the Guardians are kind of on your tail right now. 6.5 games back, dude. The Guardians are closer to the division than the fucking Cubs are, which is hilarious to say.
Could not have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Even a month ago.
I mean, and they got a game tonight against the Marlins. They win that one. And they're only 6 games back.
Yeah, but they're going to have to face Jacob Marcy. Do you know Jacob Marcy?
I learned about him today.
I'd never heard of Jacob Marcy until last night, but apparently he was acquired in the Luis Arias deal last year. He's played 13 games this season, and he has almost the same WAR. Shout out to Fuzzy for finding this, as Luis Arias has had in the last 265 games.
That's crazy.
Last night, he went 4 for 5 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. He is the first player, according to your boy Shohei, to have 6 steals and 13 RBIs through his first 13 career games. He might be the best player in baseball.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
But for now.
Okay. Maybe. I doubt it. But I mean, are the Marlins turning into a good organization? Like they're making these good trades and shit. All these guys they traded for Kyle Stowers. He became the best player in baseball.
No, I shuddered at when I saw Jacob Marcy and how well he's hit the ball in the last week and a half.
Yeah, what about Xavier Edwards?
Otto Lopez is like a defensive wizard. It's scary.
They're starting to produce. I don't know. I wouldn't really say it's scary.
I mean, as a Braves fan, the Mets might be a good team. The Phillies should be a good team. If the Marlins are a good team, the Braves have to step it up.
I mean, the Marlins are better than the Braves this season. I'll tell you that much. They've been better than the Braves this season. We just beat them 3 out of 4. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just...
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Not going to lie. We were pretty good, but it's kind of weird to be bragging about beating the Marlins. But there are things to get excited for the Marlins. I mean, they're way better than we expected. Going into the season, this looked like it could be a Rockies situation. Like
people were talking about, is this the worst team in baseball history? And they've very far from the worst team in baseball history.
Hell yeah, they're in 3rd place right now. Pretty freaking good. I mean, a week ago after they swept the Yankees, people were thinking they could be a playoff team. Now, after the Braves did that to them, then kind of out of the playoff race, but they don't necessarily have to make the playoffs to be excited for the future. They got the guy who invented the torpedo bat. That's something.
Yeah.
And now they're making some good trades and stuff. They got Marcy now. Pretty good. I mean, so far they split the series with the Guardians, who the Guardians are just a team of NPCs, like we've said, except for J-Ram, who hits 2 home runs in game 1. Also leads the American League in steals, which is hilarious. The guy is 5'6", 250. I mean, he is a fat, pudgy guy who hits bombs and is fast.
J-Ram's a guy you create in MLB The Show because you think he looks funny. And you're like, this would never happen in real life. A guy who's 5'8", 220 pounds, very, very pudgy. And we're going to give him 99 speed. That's J-Ram.
My favorite thing of the show is how you can make the body big but the head little. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude, J-Ram is...
This guy is not a real player.
I know. He's 5'8". He's definitely 200 plus pounds. He's a chubby guy.
100 pounds of that is in his cheeks, though.
Yeah, but massive cheeks. A chipmunk, right? But he is fast as fuck, leads the American League in steals. He is almost at 40-40 last year, was 1 steal or 1 homer away from 40-40 last season. Knocked the fuck out of Tim Anderson. The guy can box.
I just realized Jack probably hasn't seen that.
The guy
I
can
haven't.
box. Show this to Jack. I mean, the guy can fucking box. He can hit, he can steal, and he can box.
So
Can
2
we show
years
it?
ago,
Yeah, you can show it. Everybody's seen it but you, motherfucker.
God, I mean, he was looking dead at the ground and just threw a haymaker, to be honest with you.
But it connected.
But, man, respect to them for just I mean, the other guy looks like a better boxer, if I'm being honest. Who's the other guy?
Tim Anderson.
who has been terrible since then.
Yeah, ruined his career.
He's in the wrong sport, brother. He's got I mean, he's throwing up his dukes. He's got
Oh,
a
you
nice
want him to
little
be a
setup.
vet? You want Tim Anderson to get into boxing now?
Why not?
Because
If it ain't
he
working out in
sucks,
baseball.
dude. He boxed for 10
he
seconds and got
just-
knocked out.
This
I
is
know,
his
but-
boxing legacy. You think anyone wants to box him?
Dude, that's how big of an
Train him?
idiot. No offense to Jack, the biggest idiot fucking thing I've ever heard. You watch Tim Anderson, a 10-second clip of this guy boxing for 10 seconds, gets knocked out in one punch.
Well,
and goes,
people are
"Mate,
pulling
wrong
him
sport.
away, and
Wrong sport."
He gets barely clipped, and I mean, I wish
He got knocked out.
Can we slow it down?
The only person who would look at that clip and be like, Tim Anderson, good boxer. Great boxer.
Well, what I'm seeing from Ramirez is he really just lowers his head, throws a blind haymaker. He does catch him. I mean, he's got power. I'll give
Dude,
him that.
it's the Tyrone Woodley shot. Remember Tyrone Woodley?
Yeah, the overhands. Yeah, but he
Yes.
was like faking a shot. You know what I mean?
He didn't expect it out of the little 5'8"
Dude,
guy.
I wish we had an MMA podcast right now because this weekend's going to be fucking lit.
I heard about that. Who's fighting?
Hamzat versus DDP. Aaron Pico's in the UFC now. We got MVP.
And Michael Venom Page.
Chase Hooper's opening it up.
See, like, I used to be a really big MMA guy back in high school.
MMA doesn't exist.
Shit, man.
Drop it in the comments.
If you look up John Jones cocaine-fueled highlights on YouTube, that's a video I made, I think, when I was like 18. It's got like over 1 million views. It's like my first YouTube video. Popped off. That's some lore for you.
Jack's about to come in here and just record a podcast by himself.
Dude, I already have the fucking handles on socials.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll talk to that later.
We're ready.
But I thought you were going to do that, actually. It would be kind of
I'm
cool.
going to consider.
Anyway, I mean, if you're going to give out takes like Tim Anderson should get into boxing, maybe you should, pack it up and do something else. But
We'll clip that
Brother,
one. We'll put it on social
You got to
media.
admit, though,
See how
I'm
it
stirring the
does.
pot. I mean, I'm going to get the views. I don't know if I'm going to have the right views, but I'll get views.
Yeah, I see what you mean, though. It wasn't the most technically sound knockout, but fuck,
No.
man. You got to keep your guard up, bad
It's
defense.
crazy to watch a guy get knocked out and be like, that guy should go into boxing.
Yeah.
I admit that was a wild statement.
Maybe he should go fishing. I think we have an ad read.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Mitchell. Yes, fishing would be more Tim Anderson speed, okay? Because we talk a lot about big swings and big plays here. We talk a lot about big catches sometimes. But let's talk about the biggest catch of them all right? No, not Juan Soto hitting a moonshot. I mean actual catches on the water. I mean fish. I mean going out there with a pole and finding the fish. And who doesn't fucking like fishing, dude? Jack, you're from Florida.
I love fishing.
And you know what the hardest part about fishing is finding a good spot where you're going to get the good fish. You kind of need a local. You got to know a guy who knows the best spot if you're not an everyday fisherman. That's where Fishing Booker comes in, motherfuckers. If you ever thought about going on a fishing trip but didn't know where to start, Fishing Booker makes it ridiculously easy. You pick the destination, the type of fish, and the kind of trip. Half day, full day with family and friends, and boom, they match you with a licensed, reviewed captain who takes care of everything. You go fishing with a captain, you're catching a fish. That's actually pretty cool. You can say what type of fish you want, where you want, how long it's going to be, and they set your shit up. Whether you're into offshore monsters or relaxed inshore trip, Fishing Booker lets you browse thousands of trips around the world, including some killer spots right here in the United States. It's fast, simple, and totally secure, and it's probably the easiest hit you'll make all summer. Check it out at fishingbooker.com and find the link in the episode description.
It's really pretty genius because, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I first moved to this area, it's like I try to go fishing and I don't really know where to go. I don't know all the local spots. And you find a watering hole and you think, oh, this is a great place to fish. But then the lifeguard comes up to you and he's like, you can't fish here. This is a public DC pool. So it's good to have professionals, experts, people who. But I bet you they make it fun too. I bet you're learning about fish.
Yeah.
I bet you. Oh, I don't know how to reel it in. They're like, I do this for a living.
Yeah, they all skill levels. You could be. You never fished a day in your life. The captain got you, or you could be an expert. Captain could be there with you. You guys can just talk fishing all day. Listen, I caught a fucking red eye this last weekend. Not gonna lie.
That's a plane, yeah.
Yeah, it's a type of flight, but it's also a fish. And I caught one dog. I was right out of the river. Great feeling, dude. Nothing better than catching a fish. It's a good
It's
feeling.
a red eye, dude. Their fucking eyes are red. Bro, I
know.
learned a lot more about animals on this pod than I ever thought I would.
That's what I'm saying, man. You ever catch a red eye, you know it because fucking eyes are red. But I caught one. I wish I had a picture to show you guys, but I don't. But I do. My girlfriend has a picture. Maybe you guys can DM her or something.
Show us using your arms. How big was it approximately? Whoa.
No, I was like this. It was a small little fish, dude. I did see a mink though. In the river.
Blanket, brother.
Was it a mink? What? I'm blanking on the name. It's like a little sea river otter. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I've never seen one of these washed up on shore. Mink? A monk? Not a monk.
No, I think you're right. A mink.
Yeah, mink. That was cool. I never saw a mink before. I was like, dude, what the fuck? It's a little sea otter here in the
This
freaking
YouTube thumbnail.
in
The cute killer.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it over a little small river. Little small river over there in Rockbridge County, Virginia. Some of the best fishing you'll ever do in your life. Rockbridge County, Virginia, in the Maury River, dude. Everybody knows if you go there, you can book it on fishingbooker.com. Use code BDE and get on a fishing boat today. Nationals, Royals. Nationals came into the series 3-7 in their last 10. Who gives a fuck, dude? The Royals 5-5 in their last 10. Who gives a fuck, dude? The Royals win 2 out of 3 games. Move there like Bailey fall to the pen after the start. Savvy and Villian stay hot. Who gives a fuck, dude? Seth Lugo stays cold. Who gives a fuck, dude? No, Nats hold on, win game 3, 8-7. Who gives a fuck, dude?
They can't do it. They can't win.
Yeah, but neither of these teams can win. I mean, this is a very mid series. Royals are actually mid. The Nationals are just bad. Did you go to any of the games, Mitch? I guess it was in...
This was in Kansas City. I don't think I'm going to make my way to Kansas City anytime soon.
Why not?
No disrespect to Missouri or Kansas.
Missouri, fun fact, 2 major league teams in Missouri. That's a good little thing you can tell people, and they're like, what? There's 2 MLB teams in Missouri. You wouldn't even think there would be 1.
Wait, who's the second?
Kansas City, Missouri, and St. Louis Cardinals, Missouri.
Opposite ends of the state.
Missouri, underrated state. They got 2 ball teams. I never even been there.
I lived in Missouri.
Hell no.
Do you say Missouri?
I don't, but I'm from Florida.
So you respect the hell out of Missouri because that's your people.
I mean, I was there when the Cardinals won a World Series. Everywhere I go, a team wins a World Series. That's a very real thing. The Nats won the World
We have
Series
a
when I was...
place we would love to send you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Detroit, brother.
Hotlanta, dog.
Oh, yeah. That's a bit of a less of a stretch, I guess, for a Floridian.
Yeah, come on, man. We'll let you stay with Unc.
Dell, I'm coming, brother. I'm going to come... We're going to get bunk beds.
Dude, if you told Unc, dude, I'll just film you for a season, he'd let you live in his house 100%. Him and his 3 kids and his wife and
What a
Jack.
deal for me, huh?
Yeah, they just go
A year of work.
Built-in au pair, too.
He loved that, man. Oh my God. I was talking to Unc on the phone after our video. He goes, he was trying to be like, hey man, if we sweep the series against the Mets, you never know. I was like, oh, I don't think this is the year.
He truly is the anti-Frank the Tank.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just saying, we sweep the Mets. That's 3 games that we won and they lost. So that's kind of twice the value of games. Then we're kind of back in it, but we didn't sweep the Mets. Stay tuned for the Braves. You never know when a comeback could occur. Rockies, Cardinals. Speaking of, oh my gosh, the Rockies 2-8 over the last 10. Playing better though, I guess. 7-game losing streak going in the series, but they beat 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals.
Apparently, they've only had 8-game losing streaks. They've never hit the 9-game mark.
That's a feather in your cap.
I saw a guy on TikTok the day they won and broke the streak. It was like, easy money. Bet on the Rockies to win, and I didn't bet on the Rockies to win because I don't bet, but I should have.
Yeah,
because they won.
You need to get into betting. If you're not addicted to gambling by the end of this season, we failed.
I've never even made a bet before.
Damn.
I've been to the casino, but that's not on sports.
Did you win that when you go to the casino?
I once went to the casino, bought in Tampa at the Hard Rock. You can play Hold'em when you're 18. So I went in and played a game of Hold'em. First time at the casino, bought in with $80, stacked my chips up to 600 smackaroos, which would have covered my rent for 50 years or something. Fucking lost it all in one hand. To an old man who looked at me like, you fucking idiot.
You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them, Jack Schwartz, and that's your problem. Geez, you didn't fold them. You should have holded them. Well, should have walked away. You got to know when to walk away. Know when to run. You better count your when to hold.
In at the table.
Who's
that, Mitch? Who sings that?
I don't know.
Gwen Stefani.
That's Jimmy Rogers. What's his name? I should know this guy.
Wait,
We're a baseball
Rockies,
podcast,
Cardinals.
not a music podcast.
That's just some good old country music, man.
Willie Nelson, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, man, you got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Tampa Bay Rays, man, another minor league series is going on.
And Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, sorry.
The singer, not the pitcher.
I said Jimmy Rogers. Jimmy Rogers is another country guy. Old school, dude.
What was the shit you were talking about, the Rays?
The Rays, a minor league team, played on a minor league stadium, plays the Athletics, another minor league team in a minor league stadium. Which minor league team is better? It's the Rays. Did you find out, Mitchell?
That Jimmy Rogers is a singer?
Yes.
Yes.
I knew it. Very common name. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Rogers is a lot of things. Anyway, the Rays did beat the Athletics. Now, I don't know what you want to take away from this series other than just kind of like...
my big takeaway, besides Jacob Lopez having 4 straight starts without allowing a run...
Jacob Lopez. Now, what team does he play for?
He plays for the A's.
Okay, good. Now I know.
Is that if you're John Fisher and you go to a game in Sacramento, you're still going to get booed?
Yeah, I did see that clip, and that doesn't surprise me. But John Fisher, owner of the Athletics, who has moved the team from Oakland to Sacramento and soon to Vegas, is starting to show up to games a little bit.
I'm shocked he showed his face, to be honest.
I think he didn't go to an Athletics game for like 3 years or something. Once that process started going, that the move seemed real, he stopped going for years. I mean, years. Wasn't just like in 2023 when they knew they were moving, and last year when they definitely knew they were moving. I think 2022 he barely went to a game. But I remember this year when we were in spring training, we went to spring training facility, the Athletics, and we saw John Fisher there. And I didn't recognize John Fisher. I wouldn't see John Fisher and know who he was. But the other guy was like, was that John Fisher? And they was like, yeah, that was John Fisher. He's like trying to get back in the mix and kind of be in good graces. But you own a baseball team, and then everyone maybe not in the organization, but everyone surrounding the organization, your fans and everyone, you're just the most hated guy. Like, you own a baseball team to be loved. Like, I would love to, that's the reason why you own a team.
The goal is to be Steve Cohen.
Yeah, and then you go to the games and you get the box and you own it. Everyone knows you, and then you bring all your fucking billionaire friends and they're like, oh, you're so cool. I mean, we're all billionaires, but you own the fucking team. Like, oh, you're like the coolest billionaire ever. And then all your billionaire friends are like, damn, I wish I was that kind of billionaire, and you're the cool guy. But Fisher doesn't even get that. He owns shitty Gap, who no one gives a fuck about. I mean, Gap clothes. And when was the last time you bought Gap?
No, actually, I wear
Well, I
Gap.
was like
You wear
10.
Gap?
Gap, Old Navy.
Okay, you're a Nazi. You're Kanye. That's
Well,
the
I don't
Kanye
know
West
about
shit.
that,
Okay,
but-
thank you. You're not a good person anymore. Anyway, Gap is whack. The Athletics are whack. John Fisher. I like fishing. It's on the record. But John Fisher, kind of whack. He's getting booed. With his family, too. His family, he was with people.
His kids booed him.
Imagine that. You bring your son to a ball game, and everyone sees you, and they go, get the fuck out of here, piece of shit. And your son's like, damn, Dad, what'd you do? And you have to go.
I mean, he's booing with him. That's what Jack's saying. Just your kid booing you along with all the other fans.
I mean, if he's a real fan, he would boo his dad. But hey, what are you going to do? The Rays win. Congratulations to Jack. You beat the A's, baby.
Rays VAs.
We're going places. Tommy Pham versus us three. Who do you think wins?
Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham. will get his shit rocked. I'd beat Tommy Pham one-on-one, respectfully.
I'd love
It's
to
nothing
see
against Tommy Pham. I just have belief in myself. It's nothing. I love Tommy Pham. Like, obviously, Tommy Pham.
Listen, you know I love to act like I can beat everybody up, but Tommy Pham, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think his clinch work's strong. He's a bigger guy than me. He's from the streets. He's a professional athlete. He's got all the money to train. He's got cool chains.
He does train
I have
to
him,
fight.
He's a halo in this picture, so he's godlike. I think that he puts me. I think he clinches with me. I think he starts dropping those knees into my gut. I'm down there. Boom, knee to the face, elbow across the eye. I think we're getting fucked up, and that's just me.
Yeah.
You guys are already dead in that scenario.
I don't know. I mean, I respect his striking, and I know he's in the Muay Thai stuff, so I'm gonna be hesitant to get in there too close. So I mean, but no, that's what I want to get in close. Like he's gonna try to keep his distance. I'm gonna try to get in close. But you respect his clinch game?
I respect. Well, yeah. I mean, the Muay Thai. It gives you a powerful clinch. I will say that I don't know what his wrestling's like. I mean, I might be able to ankle pick his ass, and if I'm on his back, you can't drop a knee on me.
I'm curious. I'm curious about his wrestling. That's where my brain's at. I'm curious about Tommy Pham's wrestling. Would be a
Mitch,
great
you and Tommy Pham are boys, right?
Yeah, I mean, he replied to my tweet once.
Say, what's your wrestling like, bitch? Say that.
Yeah, I did say, hey,
This
come on,
part-
podcast doesn't exist, and he did not reply, so.
I'm challenging Tommy Pham to a fight, but in the most respectful way possible. Like, we just want to go man to man. Like, let's just fight, shake hands beforehand. Like, have a press conference, but it's all respect.
Do it like Bradley Martin and Logan Paul, where there's footage, but we're not going to release it. No one's really going to talk about it. We both held our own.
Yeah. Because, whatever. Tommy Pham, come on the podcast. Let's talk fighting. You should start a fucking MMA podcast with Mr. Pham.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Bing, bang, bing, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Tommy Pham. Where did you find the loser sound effect? I don't even know what sound effect he's referring to.
He is referring to this, which is from that video of the guy talking about. It was from last week. What was that from again?
Oh, the Yankees.
Yeah, it's just how he said it, and I just clipped it up because it was good.
Yankees fan going off on the Yankees. Hey, happens a lot these days. Bro, where do you watch Japanese baseball? That is a great question. I should give out this link because we are in the midst of the Koshin, and a late night Koshin sesh is a great thing to do nowadays. Have you watched any clips? Have you watched any live Koshin, Mitchell?
Did not. I
Gas fan.
went to the link yesterday and was like, oh, it's 11 p.m. in Japan. They're no longer playing.
Sketchy looking website.
Well, it's Japanese.
Well, I have it auto-translated to English.
So it's called, if you go to vk.sportsbull.jp/Koshin/ that's the website. So vk.sportsbull.jp is the website. vk.sportsbull.jp. If you want to watch the Koshin, go to this website and it's free. And it's not a sketchy website. It's legit. It's just in Japanese, so it looks a little weird because we're not used to it, but it's pretty cool. And all the games are for free. I think they start around, I want to say they start around in America, Eastern Standard Time. I want to say around like 9 or 10, but it's usually like late, like
Can I say
late
that?
for us.
The jerseys, like with the Japanese letters and stuff on them, or words, I don't know how that works, but they look so fucking sick.
Yeah.
They look sick. Their jerseys are better than the MLB.
I do
Than MLB. Sorry.
wish that they didn't have all of the numbers just kind of like pinned on paper or however they do that. I think it ruins the jersey to me because the front of the jersey,
Are you
looks
saying they're
so
going
professional.
they're going like marathon style?
they basically like have these jersey numbers and they're just like paper.
But even the helmet logo, it's like raised out and stuff. I mean, they look fucking sick, bro.
Should I tweet out the Koshin link? If you guys
Yeah.
want to watch the Koshin, go to my Twitter right now. If you guys want to watch the Koshin, go to Podcast Doesn't Exist on Twitter, and I just tweeted out the link, and then you save that link. Don't lose it. And then when you get home late night from the bars this weekend and all your friends are over for the after party, put on the Koshin and then put the sound up all the way, and they're playing the band. Brr, 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 brr. It's lit, dude. They'll be like, what the fuck are you playing right now? You're like, I'm watching Japanese high school baseball. And everyone's going to be like, damn, this is actually electric.
in Japan, if you want to fly us out, the PD boys, the PD bunch, if you want to slide us out.
That's on my bucket list, is go to the Koshin. Little League World Series is actually going on too now. So there's a lot of shit going on in the baseball world. Koshin, Little League World Series, and MLB. Holy moly. But that's all for this week. Make sure you come back next week. We're going to recap the big Dodgers, Padres series, check back in with the Mets, see if they still suck, the Yankees, see if they still suck, give you some coaching updates, all that jazz. Maybe Shohei will be in prison by then. Who knows? Who's to say? But good luck, and thanks for tuning in. See you next time.